Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you don't know me, my name is Blair Kalivati. I'm a holistic coach, a mum of three and a wife. And this is a bit of a brand new segment, series, whatever you want to call it. So this will be my monthly recommendation video series thing. And the reason that I wanted to start this in 2021 is because it's something that I genuinely really like. I like if I see someone that I really vibe with, I really like to pick up recommendations and things like that from them. I've done it with pretty much everything, and yeah, there's always a really good positive result. So I thought that I would give it a crack and do it for the year of 2021, and then if you guys keep liking it and want more, then I can do more. So I have a few topics that I'll go through and give you my monthly recommendation on. But if there's any topics that I haven't covered, please leave it in the comments down below and I can add it to next month's video. So today we will be going through my January recommendations. So first one off the bat is something on TV. Now this is something that I recommend to people 24/7, everywhere I go, barbecues, supermarkets, all the things. I highly recommend the documentary called Stink on Netflix. At the moment it's still on Netflix, and I think in some countries it's on Prime. I'm really not up to date with all the streaming services and things like that, but it's a very popular documentary, so I dare say it will be easy to access. But yeah, the documentary called Stink. I actually watched this after I had already transitioned to a low tox life, but it still made me sick. It was still it's honestly mind-blowing. It's one of those things that like really just pull the wool off everything, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. So basically the documentary is based around a man and his life, and it's just based around how he had uncovered how there were all these legal loopholes with things like cleaning products and personal care products and perfumes and things like that. And there were all these legal loopholes that allow companies to basically hide what they're putting in there and really give them free range to put whatever the F they want in there, where it's now resulting in, like cancer-causing toxic chemicals being put into like baby shampoo and baby wash, and it's just one of those things that you really have to watch, because at the end of the day, it's not about being perfect. It's about just educating yourself around things like this so that you can make better choices, and when you know better, you can do better. So my watch on TV recommendation for the month of January is Stink, the documentary. Now, I love podcasts. I love that they're accessible and you can do it. You can listen to them wherever. You can listen to them in the car on the way to the supermarket. You can listen to them while you're folding up washing. You can listen to them while you're cooking dinner, while you're cleaning. It's a really easy way to access information, education, or just, indulging in things that you enjoy. So the next thing off the bat is my podcast recommendation for the month of January. Next off the bat is my podcast recommendation for the month of January, and this one's a little bit risque, but it is genuinely one of my all-time favorite podcasts. I've listened to absolutely every episode, and it is the Authentic Sex podcast with Juliet. I just absolutely, I don't know, I just love her, love the way that she approaches so many topics, whether it is sex or whether it is conscious menstruation, conscious pregnancy and conception and birth, or relationships. I don't know, if you're in the holistic world, it is definitely a podcast to check out. It's a little bit R-rated, so it is not one that I would recommend exploring with kids in the car. But it is definitely one that I would recommend checking out. To be honest, it has changed the way that I view things, the way that I experience things. And yeah, it's definitely made a dramatic impact in my life. So I would definitely recommend checking out the Authentic Sex podcast with Juliet Allen. Next off the bat, first of all, I've just realized how random these recommendations are, but they're just me and they're just things that I genuinely enjoy, I find value in, and I would recommend, and I have recommended to friends and family and all of those things. But I do acknowledge how freaking random these are, because next off the bat is my book recommendation for the month of January. And it's a finance book. So we've gone low tox, sex, and finance. It's just, we're covering all the bases here in January. But my book recommendation is The Barefoot Investor by Pape. Now, I wanted to bundle two of his books into one because they do overlap quite a bit. So I want to recommend The Barefoot Investor and the Barefoot Investor's Guide, I think it's to families. So the Barefoot Investor covers like pretty much 18 to death of finances. And then the other book covers children and how to approach money and finances and things like that with kids. This book freaking blew my mind. Like, I am not even gonna lie. I had the physical copy of it for about 5 years and I didn't read it. But then I got it on Audible and listened to it, and it was just amazing. It got me excited about money and excited about all the things. Now, I will be super transparent. I grew up in a low socioeconomic household. Money definitely did not grow on trees. It was just not, you know, I've never lived the white picket fence, super abundant life. And to be honest, right now, me and my husband have a lot of debt that is slowing down our journey to abundance. And yeah, I'll just say it. We have a grocery budget. We have debt. You know, I'm not wiping my ass with $100 bills. So this book got me really excited about the possibility of you know, reaching those goals, reaching the goal of abundance, and, you know, being able to support my family. The thing that I liked also was the simplicity of it. It was really enjoyable to listen to, which you would not think a finance book would be. And the steps and the progress of it are really easy and achievable. And that's the way that I like to implement things in my life: small achievable steps and small achievable goals. And this book just really vibed with me. And I can see it being life-changing for not only me, but for so many other people. So I would definitely recommend checking out The Barefoot Investor by Pape. Whether you do it on Audible or whether you do it in a hard copy, definitely check it out. Now, the next thing is something, it's a routine or habit. So it's probably really vague, but it's just something that I've been integrating into my life for the month of January that I would recommend. And something that really came up for me in 2020 was the fact that I'm one of those people that try to control absolutely everything. My head's always going a million miles an hour. My to-do list is always overflowing. And to be honest, I'm one of those people that try to control things because I have spent a large quantity of my life with my life out of control. It is a habit that I'm super aware of, but it is quite common with people with PTSD. So the biggest thing that I have been implementing in the month of January, and it may sound weird, but it's rest. And it's acknowledging that rest is an action. You don't have to be doing all the time. And when you're resting, you're still actually doing something, and it is something that is still really beneficial to your health. So my recommendation to you is slow the heck down. Especially in, it's 2021, today's consumer crazy Western society. We are all operating way too fast. We're all trying to do so many things and be this picture perfect mother, wife, co-worker, everything. And it's really detrimental to our health. And to be completely transparent with you, over the month of November and December of 2020, I suffered the worst burnout I've ever seen in my life. So I'm really, really taking on rest. And if I want to make a cup of tea and sit down and watch something trashy on Netflix with my husband, then that's still an action. And you don't have to be doing 24/7 to be successful or to be a conscious human. So that's my recommendation, is to rest. Whether it's putting your feet up, making a cuppa, reading a book, meditating, self-care, something, slow down. The next recommendation I have is a product that I have integrated into my life over the month of January, or something that I'm just really vibing with for that month. And that is the Complete Gut Restore by More Life. Both my husband and I are really vibing. This is like nearly finished. So I got sent this from More Life, and it is freaking delicious. Now, if you have been following me for a while, you will know I'm all about the gut health. Like absolutely everything always comes back to your gut. So it is a great place to start. It is a great place to return to, and is something that I've been focusing on after suffering burnout and just not slowing down enough. So I'm going back to basics and really nourishing my gut and building everything back up again. So this is a beautiful, beautiful product, and it tastes so good. Like it tastes, what's the flavor? It's tropical mango, but it's not like some of the natural supplements can be too sweet and sickly. And I'm really not about that vibe. Like I'm more of a savory person when it comes down to it. So this is really nice and fresh, and yeah, me and my husband have been having it in the morning, and it's just really nice to have just with water, mix it in, and it's like having a morning juice or something. But yeah, I would highly, highly recommend sussing this out. This is a fairly new product by More Life, and they have been kind enough to give me a discount code for their entire store, which is Blair. So definitely jump over to More Life and suss out what they've got. I've been using their products for, I'm going to say, about 5 years, and yeah, they're all freaking amazing. So definitely suss that out. So the next recommendation I have for you is a social figure, influencer, Instagrammer, I don't know, but it's just an Instagram profile that I reckon that you should really, really suss out. And that is Finding Harmony. So I'll put her handle down here. I've been following her for a while. She is like my spirit animal. So if you love all the low tox, sustainable goodness, you know, it's just about her being a really conscious human being. She's a mum as well. She's all about meditation, and she's a chicken mama as well. So that's probably why I love her so much. But yeah, I just find so much value in her stories. I find her super authentic, and yeah, she's just passed on a lot of nuggets of wisdom, and I would definitely recommend checking out her profile. So the next recommendation I have for you is music. Music is one of those things, and I'm really random. I'm one of those people that can be listening to like gangster rap 1 minute, and then I'll listen to classical, and then I'll listen to this. So these music recommendations are going to be pretty freaking random. But the artist that I want you to check out for January 2021 is the Teskey Brothers. Now, these guys are so amazing and like just purely talented. I'll put a few songs that I like by them here, but yeah, they just one of those artists that I can chuck on no matter, you know, if I'm in a bit of a slumpy mood, or if I'm a bit low, or if I'm a bit high, or if we've got people coming over. Like, you can literally chuck it on for any occasion. They make me want to move my body. They just, I don't know, make me feel really good, and I really, really, really enjoy listening to them. So I would definitely recommend checking out the Teskey Brothers. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about something that I'm really enjoying diffusing over the month of January. Now, as we all know, I am all up in the essential oils. So I wanted to focus on things that I enjoy diffusing, because I think that's what people think of when they think of essential oils. They think of the smell, they think of diffusers and all those things. And I wanted to keep it pretty simple and basic. So these are just things that I really enjoy diffusing. They're things that I will turn to time and time again to fill the house with. And it is patchouli. So this has a really earthy vibe. So if you are one of those people that like incense and that really like sandalwoody sort of scents and things like that, I would highly recommend checking out Young Living's patchouli. And yeah, it's actually blown my mind that it is a single oil that I love so much, because usually I'll turn to a lot of the blends to diffuse and things like that, or make my own blends. But yeah, patchouli is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I definitely recommend checking it out. So that is it for my monthly recommendations. Like I said at the start of the video, if there's a category or something that you want me to integrate into these videos over the next few months, leave it in the comments section down below. If you have already sussed out or am loving anything that I recommended in this video, please let me know. I feel like it's such a I think it's a human behavior, really, to look at someone and be like, you like that? I like it too. You know, it's like we look for patterns in human behavior, and we look for similarities in other people. So if you are already loving up on something that I've recommended, let me know what it is. If you want to follow my journey a little bit closer, the best place to do it is over on Instagram or my website. So I will leave my Instagram handle and my website right there. I'm now also welcoming new clients into my one-on-one holistic coaching space. So if you want to suss out more about what that is, what it entails, and all of those things, jump over to www.blairkalivati.com and you can go to private coaching. It is an absolute honor to be a part of your journey, and I can't wait to see you next month for my recommendations.